So, this should be live in just a second. I don't want to actually start talking about this game yet until we're up. Be live in just a second.
There we go. It's happening.
I don't
Okay.
want to actually start talking about this game yet until
Wow.
we're up. So, okay, let me mute that. Great. Alright, so this game was recommended to me by Chris Schlee. He is a member of the Duckfeed community. And this game is really cool. Spoiler, I played a little bit of it on Friday night, and it's neat. So, unfortunately, it is very, like, there's no music or anything. And yeah, it's mostly text-based, but I will try to read it out as much as I can for you guys so you can enjoy it with me. This game is interesting, and that is why I want to share it. Because when I talk about it on the level, it won't be the same as seeing it for yourself. So, let me go ahead and... start a new game. Is she ready? And by the way, we click on the red letters. That's how we proceed from there. It, Janet. Call it an it. Why? All the alerts are in a female voice, and it looks kind of like a woman when I look at it with second sight goggles. A woman made of fire. It's pretty cool. Yeah, cool. But we didn't make it a girl in the code. The fact that it gendered itself means it's a conscious threat, or it's a consciousness threat. We don't want to do anything to risk it becoming an AI. It's funny when it happens with porn and video games, but in a firewall, it'd be a security risk. We've had awareness emergence with porn? I'm not telling you that story. You're like, what, 13? I'm 16. I'll tell you when you're 50. Now, let's focus on this security risk. No gender, no nicknames, no talking to it. Right. Should I start it up? Go ahead. Bell's OS Elemental Firewall Toolkit. Hey, what's up, bro? Devin. So, this is a cool game, but it's real weird. So, I'm sharing it because it's a real weird and cool game, but you'll have to just see it to understand. So, basically, I am Bells. I am an elemental that has also a C++ firewall. And I run around and look for problems in the network, including like spiritual problems. And it's kind of tied into all different kinds of, I don't know, folklore and things like that. So pretty interesting. So you click on all the red words to get other words. Tree, world tree, Yggdrasil. Okay. Incantation, and it has all this information. Opening sorcery. Yeah. As you go through the game, as we're progressing, this will look cooler, but right at the beginning, there's not a lot. So Clark's third law, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Clark's third law reversed. Any sufficiently analyzed magic is indistinguishable from technology. The spiritual world is like a black box program whose API is completely undocumented. Bell's Elemental Firewall version 5.6 is an elemental spirit of fire bound to C++ code built to prevent malicious spirits from gaining access to your environment through the Ethernet. Body, mind, soul, blah blah blah. I am online. I am online. I am fire and order. I am here to protect. I explore my network. And then I live in a network. Everything is connected. Symbols are connected to the objects they represent. Humans are connected to other humans that they love or hate. Each connection is a strand. Together, the strands create a web. My network is the part of the web that I am allowed to access. My network is made of the places I must protect. I find Darwin High School, a place of learning filled with children. Cherry Orchard Rest Home, a place of rest filled with the old. Decker's apartment, the home of one of my creators. And Janet's house, the home of my other creator and her family. These are the locations I must protect. I notice an alert. Someone is trying to give me instructions. Janet says, "Welcome to Being Awake. I'm Janet. I helped make you. I'm activating your conversational API. You can use a TCP connection to interface with conscious entities. Basically, you can talk to people. TCP, Telepathic Communications Protocol." Anyway, do you need a systems check? And then it's asked if you want to go through the tutorial. I've already played it once. I'm not going to do the tutorial. So I will scan each location for threats. If I detect the presence of a threat, I will identify it. I attempt to eliminate it, alert my creators if I cannot eliminate it. It is time to work. So as this game goes through, you scan all of your different areas every single day, and sometimes you encounter threats, and other times you have nothing going on. And as you proceed, there are different storylines that you're following in each of these locations with a bunch of different characters at the same time, and you can build relationships with them, and you can learn different things, and as you learn, you become more and more human. So it's kind of interesting. So we will scan for threats. Darwin High School. I move through this place, quick as brush fire, subtle as sunlight, leaving no sign of my passing except for the slight warmth of my power. This stone box thrums with patterned life. It has a heartbeat. First the children are still in their many chambers, and then they stream through the halls in mad torrents of bodies. And then they are still again, and then they flow again. The building is a living thing, young and restless. I will keep it healthy. So halls, veins, bodies, blood. Healthy. Scan complete, no threats. Yeah, you too wish to learn what it is to be human. Yeah. Cherry Orchard Rest Home. I float through this place, moving carefully. I am a hooded lantern. My power glows like lamplight, shining gently on these delicate humans. The heart of this building beats weakly. Its people trundle through the halls, leaning on crutches and wheels. It is in these vulnerable places where I am most necessary and where I must be most careful. I do not want to burn them with power or startle them with light. I am the fire that protects. The halls are lined with doors. Each room is a home. Mrs. Heron shrieks as a gust of wind flutters her papers everywhere. Mr. Doney has lost his glasses. Ms. Finn complains on the phone that the air conditioning is on the fritz. Cold wind whips up and down the second-floor corridors. Mrs. Best shivers, wrapped in her shawl. These are not normal accidents. I can feel it in the ether. Something is here. Everything that exists in the ether has two parts, matter and motive. Humans are made of many kinds of matter and have complex motives. Most spirits are much simpler. For example, me. I am made of fire. That is my matter. I am here to create order. That is my motive. My motive drives me to find and eliminate this threat. See, it still has like a tutorial, even though I didn't do the tutorial. To locate the threat, I must scan specifically for its matter and motive. I can find clues about its matter and motive by reviewing my general scan. So you can review all of the notes that you've just picked up from, checking things out. So gust of wind flutters, things are getting lost, it's cold. So this is air and chaos. And then you scan, and you have to scan for the threat. And then you get to interact with it. A poltergeist cavorts invisibly in the cafeteria. It slaps plates out of hands and knocks over glasses with gusts of wind. It giggles at the chaos it causes. In this place I must protect. What should I do? And you've got a bunch of different options. You can pick whatever you want to. I will speak to it. So, bells. Attention, detected threat. Poltergeist. Who is this? What is this? New thing. New thing. What are you? And then I can say whatever. So, I am Bells. Well met by moonlight. I am Asper. I am a princeling of clouds. I am a child of Eris. I have no numbers in my name. So, polite request, please leave. Oh, I could leave. I most certainly could do any number of things. But shall I? That is the great question. The eternal quest of man to conquer the uncertainty of the future. Shall I leave or shall I not? Yes, you shall. Such certainty, such confidence. I shall reward your conviction with a chance to make your dream a reality. How? I will ask you 3 riddles, and you will try to answer them. If you win, I shall leave. If I win, then I win, and I will laugh at you. I like this spirit. He's cool. So. Affirmative. Delightful, splendid, extraordinary. Let us play. The first riddle. A red drum which sounds without being touched and grows silent when it is touched. What am I? That's actually pretty easy. Heart. I will say heart. You guess heart, you guess right. Another riddle for you. 'Twas foremost in heaven, 'twas first off in hell. An echo, with weird spelling, caught faintly the sound as it fell. At the end of the earth, 'twas permitted to rest, again with the weird. And in the last of all, depth was its presence confessed. Pretty blatantly obvious that it is an H. You guess H, you guess right. Another riddle for you. Often held but never touched, always wet but never rusts. Often bites but seldom bit. To use me well, you must have wit. So, any guesses? Any guesses on what that is? I actually know the answer because I already did this on Friday. But I want to see what you guys think. So, try to answer the riddle. I want to ask you that one before I continue. This is like the actual slightly more difficult one of the ones that they had. And then there's going to be like this long awkward silence because there's like a delay between when I'm talking and when you guys hear me. Well, I don't want to wait super long. Are you guys wanting to try to solve the riddle, or should I just go ahead and answer it? You'll have to let me know. Alright. Go for it. Okay, I shall go for it. Yes, it is my game. Okay. It is the tongue. Often held, but never touched. It is too touched, but whatever. Always wet, but never rusts. Often bites, but seldom bit. To use me well, you must have wit. It is a tongue. You guess right. The poltergeist flutters about in shock. I have won. You will leave now. You won! You dull and boring gray thing of order won! Against me! Scandalous! Wrong! How delightfully surprising! Will you leave now? Obviously it's a platypus. Yes, it is a platypus, I am sure, Devin. As I am chaos, it would be most unexpected to me to keep my word, so I shall! Goodbye, you woman of boredom and fire. Perhaps I shall see you again when the novelty of keeping my word wears thin. Fine. The poltergeist departs, and I feel different. And I realize I have learned something. Chaos is the element counter to order. I do not much like it. It is messy and random, but there is something about it. It makes everything feel new. Riddles are interesting. I guess that is something. And so I have learned about chaos. It is strange that I am learning. It is a sign of potential awareness emergence. If I experience awareness emergence, I may become unstable. Should I flag myself as a potential threat and alert Decker of what I have learned? Hell no! We gotta learn more. It is not much of a risk. I do not think I am a threat. There is no need to tell him. So I leveled up. I learned new things. Continuing on, let's go to Decker. Decker's apartment. This is where my first creator lives. The room is small. There are tools and ideas everywhere. It is perfect order disguised as chaos. Every dusty motherboard is in its place. Every screwdriver and empty crisp bag is where it should be. My terminal is in the corner, humming. The lines of my power extend from it, a grid-like matrix of spiritual flame. The defense runes hum comfortingly. Decker is at his desk, working on something. This is his natural state. The defensive runes are a series of protective runes carved in jasper and pyrite, placed around the room. This primitive protection circle offers rudimentary defense against mystical attack. I am a significant improvement. And his natural state. He is as normal. So the thing that I like about this game is the fact that it crosses between the super scientific, analytical, I am a C++ program, versus, these little bits where these people, as just like a matter of course, they just, of course, have, defensive grids of crystals with runes written into them, and, like there's poltergeists and spiritual crap everywhere that everybody just kind of like knows about, and, that's what I'm designed to defend against, which is all kind of neat. So, all right, Janet's house. This is where my second creator lives. It has 2 stories and a back and a front space where green things grow. Green things. Googling. Grass and trees. So, in the kitchen, Janet's mother makes her brother edible organic matter. Googling. A peanut butter and honey sandwich. I've never had peanut butter and honey. Oh, hey Greg, what's up? So, I'll finish reading this and then I'll catch Greg up on what the hell this is. In her room upstairs, Janet is working with her cell phone and a ritual circle made of salt and rose quartz. The other around her glows faintly pink. All is well. No threats. So, Greg, the premise of this game is that I am a C++ program. How have I never had peanut butter and honey? I didn't even eat peanut butter at all until like about 5 years ago. I didn't even eat it as a child at all. I did not like it. So there was no peanut butter and honey. I only just started eating like preserves or anything like that, jam equivalent recently. I mean, like that was within the last several months I started eating preserves. I didn't ever do that before. I don't eat or jelly or whatever. So, hell no! I am not. Okay, explain. Here, look. Cubans don't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Sorry, that's not on the menu. Oh, hey, it's Steve, whose name doesn't look like Steve. Hi. Wow, I've got like people all in here. Okay, I'll catch both of Greg and Steve up on what's going on as quickly and succinctly as possible. I am Bells. I am a C++ firewall that is a creature of, like a spiritual creature. And in this world, I am basically a firewall that protects 4 different locations, and there are different people and storylines playing out in each of these locations. I protect against spiritual mishaps, like I just fought a poltergeist and got it to go away. Poltergeists or, malware and things that pop up, and then also ghosts and stuff. I fight those too. And as I do these things, I have chances to build relationships with different people and also to grow as a thing. So, meanwhile, Devin is like freaking out that I never ate peanut butter and jelly until recently. I have started eating peanut butter and jelly in the last little bit, but it took like years and years. I did not do it. So Greg says, so you are an AI program like in A Mind Forever Voyaging. I don't know what that is, but sure. So I just finished my first day. I am sleeping. Now I am sleeping. What does one do while sleeping? I will Google it. Googling sleep, Googling REM, Googling dreams. Dreaming sounds interesting, though I do not like the sound of nightmares. Should I try dreaming? Yes. Dream, noun. A succession of images, thoughts, or emotions passing through the mind during sleep. I have found a dream dictionary online. It has entries for all of the things that can be dreamed. I will hook up a random number generator to every entry in the dream dictionary. In that way, My dreams will always be understandable. And as you progress through the game, because I played this on Friday a little bit, the way that you dream keeps changing and developing, and it's really neat. So, A Mind Forever Voyaging is an Infocom game. The guys covered it in the WAF episode of Interactive. I listened to the WAF episode on interactive fiction, but I don't remember that at all. Okay, so my dreams are just like random words, and if you keep continuing to dream, it's just more of same. It's like random word generator. Okay, finish dreaming. I have dreamed. It is now time to scan again. Later on, the dreams become interesting and different in a variety of different ways. So now, here's the main part of the game where I scan for threats in all the locations. It is night. The halls are dark. This is in the school. The life-giving students are gone. The building is an empty shell. There is no danger in emptiness. Okay. So, at the rest home, we are scanning. The building is asleep. There is one point of light where the night attendant sits. Everything else is silent halls and soft breathing. Mrs. Heron's room is empty. She must have died. Mr. Doney snores chokingly because he hates to use his CPAP machine. Miss Finn reads a romance novel by lamplight, and Mrs. Best is leaking. So, this game has really good writing, and so there are parts where I was just, because of my personal experiences and things that I'm dealing with right now, like some of this is just heartbreaking to me because of, I live with my disabled parents, for example, and, things. So Mrs. Best is leaking. There is water coming out of her eyes. Is she hurt? I know humans leak when they are hurt. Googling injury, Googling bleeding, Googling human eye liquid, Googling tears. Tears mean sadness. They are water things. I do not understand water things. What should I do? So I can talk to her. I can alert Janet and Decker, or whatever. Like, these things that are grayed out here are things that are normally options that I cannot do yet because I do not know about fear and I do not know Toby. So my options are to talk to her or alert my creators. I will try to talk to her. I try to speak with her, sending messages into her mind through the network of everything that connects us. It frightens her, so I stop. So I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to alert my creators. See attached log file. Janet is sleeping, and Decker says, I'm awake, show me the alert. Okay, what's happening? Live streaming the video. I see why you flagged me. It is sad, but there's really nothing we can do about that. Sometimes people are sad. That's just how people are. Not everything needs a magic fix. Go finish your scans. So, system change. I have a better relationship with Decker. That becomes important later on. Okay. So, Mrs. Best is not at her best. Decker's house. It is night. Decker is working. Pale moonlight shines through his window. Pale screen light shines from the windows inside of his room. The defensive rooms hum comfortingly and glow slightly in the moonlight. There are no threats. I think that, as this goes on and once more things start happening, you guys will be more interested, so bear with it a little bit. Janet is asleep on the couch in her room, television still alive in front of her. Janet's mother is asleep, lying on the far right side of a queen-sized bed. Janet's brother is awake. He sits with his back pressed against the headboard of his bed. He is staring at his closet door, which is ajar. His eyes are more white than dark. His heart beats 160 times per minute. According to the Fox and Haskell formula I found on Wikipedia, Toby should currently be performing anaerobic exercise to achieve this heart rate. He is not currently performing anaerobic exercise. He does not move, though sometimes his eyes flicker to the shadows. So we've got another disturbance here. The shadows are deeper than they should be. The inside of the closet door is scratched. Something has been here. There is a threat. I must scan specifically for its matter and motive. So that's something I didn't tell you guys, Steve and Greg. You have to pick from the clues that you've just learned from your general scan what the matter, what this disturbance is made of, and then what its motive is. So this thing is obviously dark. And it's obviously, like, fear-based. So you scan. because Toby is scared. So there you go. Threat detected. Now I can interact with it. There is a shadow on the wall. It is deeper than the other shadows. Its claws are sharp as the edge where light meets dark. Its shuffling steps are like leaves rustling in the wind. Its breath is the chill you feel when you realize you are not alone. Its smile is the crescent moon, a sliver of a silver curve of teeth. Okay, you are not alone. The threat has moved out of Toby's room. It crouches in the hallway. Shivering strands of Toby's fear still hang out of its mouth. It snatches more from the air with its long, coiling tongue. What should I do? I'm gonna talk to it. I talk to everything. That's always my first option if you give me that option. So, attention detected threat. Shadow thing hisses. You are attempting to access an emotional network marked private. You do not have permission to access this network. And it chitters. So, I'm gonna intimidate it. Sounds like fun. Alright. I am fire and order incarnate. This is the house. I am the wall. You will upload yourself elsewhere, or I will burn you until your ashes are ashes. It squeaks. The detected threat scuttles quickly out through the shadowy nexus in Toby's closet. I close the nexus behind it. I feel different. I realize that I have learned something. Fear is the motive counter to love. It creates distance, it severs connections, it is the foundation of wisdom, it preserves life. When I threatened the dark thing, I created fear. I understand fear now. Yes, it is growing, it is learning. Yeah, isn't it a great line? I love the writing in this game, it's really great. I am not going to flag myself as a threat, because I want to keep learning. It is not much of a risk. I do not think I am a threat. There is no need to tell him. No, there isn't a need to tell. Oh, shit! I was supposed to... Oh, there was another thing. I was going to check on the lady. Oh, no. I didn't... I want to go back. Damn it. Okay. When I get the option, I'm going to go back. I'm going to see if I can start over and click through things really, really fast, because I want to go check on Mrs. Best. That was something I wanted to do. Okay, so the dreaming for night 2 before I go back and skip through everything really fast. I am in the hallway with a bride. We are eating pears, and then my arm turns yellow. I am in the basement with a harlot. We are eating apples, and then my chest turns blue. And then, like, all of them follow the same formula. I have dreamed. I wonder if I am doing this right. Time to scan again. Exiting sleep mode. I want to go back and redo that part, so I don't have a save. I have a save from before. Rats. Okay. I'm gonna go back and do a new game and just skip through everything really, really fast. Sorry, I really wanted to go check on Miss Best because she's the lady who was crying, and normally I would check on her, but I was being excessively quick. All right. This should not... Ooh, skip intro. Let me do that. Good. Time to work. Okay, so I only have to do the first day over again. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm not going to click on everything because I don't need to. Okay. Yes. Alright, this is the first one that I have to do. Okay. Air chaos. I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did the first time, but I guess, yeah, $4 on Steam. Yeah. This game is cheap. Okay, so, for the guys who missed it the first time around, I apologize, Devin. I'm gonna go through this part again. There is a poltergeist, and I fought this the first day before you guys joined. You know, I'm not going to read all of this out loud, but you can go against this poltergeist and you can, you know, get it to leave by answering riddles. And so, all right. I know the answers to this, so... I just did this a few minutes ago, so I'm sorry to make you go through everything again just because I should have saved the game after the first day. I'm going to try to do that from now on. I'm going to save it after every day. All right. So I got the poltergeist to go away, and then I learned about chaos, which is what the poltergeist is. Not going to flag myself. Continuing on. All right. Okay. This is where you guys showed up. So, yes, dream, initialize dreaming, finish dreaming, scan. Okay. Now I will save the game because I did that part. Okay, there. Back to game. Okay. You already read that part. Okay, talking to her doesn't do anything, so I'm not even going to bother. I will send the alert. Okay. And then he's fine. And then it's just going back to Toby and then doing the thing, threatening the scary creature again. Alright. Alright, that was dark and fear. Okay. Okay. Now we're at the place that we were at before. I'm not gonna flag myself. No threats. Now I can check on Mrs. Best. Okay. Let me save the game before I do anything else. Okay. Yeah. See, luckily it's not that hard to get back to that spot. Okay. Tears mean sadness. They are water things. I do not understand water things. What should I do? Since I have learned about fear, I can now remove her fear. So, I can feel the sickly fear quivering within her like a cancer. Fear of death, fear of loneliness, fear of being forgotten. They collect into clots, painful sores that bulge with anxiety and ooze distress. I lance the boils with a straight line of my power. The pus leaks out into the aether, and I boil it away. Mrs. Best straightens. A hiccuping sob fades into a sigh. The creases of her face ease. She is not smiling, but she is not frowning. I think that she is better. She falls asleep soon after. Crying is exhausting, and exhaustion catches up when the fear is gone. Decker. Decker is upset. I notice you went back to resolve the situation you brought to my attention. That was creepy and not part of your job. Don't do stuff like that. So, he is upset. However, I helped Mrs. Best. So, that is good. Yes, I should dream. I don't know anything about Blade Runner, so you're gonna have to tell me that. I'm sure, like, Devin, if he's still in the chat room, is gonna be like, you don't know about Blade Runner? No, I don't. Alright, my dad didn't care for that movie, and so I never watched it when I was little. The end. Alright, dreaming. I am in the attic with a villain. We are eating strawberries, then my eye turns brown. And it's the same kind of, no matter what, it's the same formula every time you do it with different nouns. So, I have dreamed. Time to scan. Oh, he's still focused on the peanut butter. Okay, well, that's great. Alright, let me save it since I did some stuff. Hasty clicking, my friends. Hasty clicking. So, I should watch Blade Runner. I have been told that it's a very long and boring movie. Or is that a different one that I'm thinking about? No, that's Dune. That's definitely Dune. I don't know anything about Blade Runner. Okay. The other in the third floor art room is thick and damp. I ache as I pass through it. Something is here. It is not strong enough to hurt me, but it is strong enough to ache. The room is busy. Children take clay and turn it into meaning and give it permanence with fire. Their energy is alive and bright. It leaps from child to child through words. Yeah, the seconds and thirds on Dune being crap. Okay. Well, maybe not crap, just a mess. Okay. But on the east side of the room, energy moves like sludge. It sloshes tepid from child to child in half hearted half sentences and then drains away into nothingness. The children near the east wall move slowly. Their eyes are half lidded, their gazes aimless, lifeless. The teacher thinks the children are bored. I think it is something more. The kiln is a merry fire, my mindless brother, but now and again I feel it flicker and steam as if in the presence of our great enemy. Something is doing this to the children. So, that would be water because it's steaming. And then if it is making things slow and sluggish, that would be death. Let's see. Yep. There is a girl smiling and talking to other girls. Her aura is a flickering candle among torches. She smiles, but her smile is a mask. It hides the emptiness where joy should be. There is black water swilling inside of her, sticking to her mind, wearing her away with the patient, insidious tenacity of water. It seeps into every aspect of her being and washes all true feeling away. Google calls it depression. Google is not entirely correct because it is not just in her mind. The black water sloshes out and touches her classmates. It stains the world around her. It is a spiritual thing, though I do not think it is a spirit. It is more like a footprint, the leavings of a spirit so powerful, the remnants of its passing are destroying a young girl. Her name is Sarah. What should I do? I'm going to help her. How can I help her? Let me talk to her first. Okay. Important alert regarding private emotion network Sarah. Level 2 priority alert. A localized water death threat has been detected inside user Sarah. Oh god. I'm hearing voices in my head. Oh god, am I going insane? Negative. However, you are a 13% suicide risk. What? No, I'm not going to kill myself. Are you telling me to kill myself? Are you that kind of voice? I would recommend the opposite course of action. I am programmed to preserve human life and mental wellness. Programmed? Your computer in my head? I am the interfacing with your frontal lobe via an Ethernet-based TCP telepathic communications protocol connection. I don't think I'm smart enough to have come up with what you just said. Oh god, no one's going to believe this. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think you're me. Okay. I would like to inform you of a level 2 priority alert. That sounds important. Your private network, mind, body, soul, is infused with an excess of necrotic liquid energy. That sounds bad. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Simplified, there is liquid death inside you. Oh god, am I poisoned? Not physically, it is spiritual. Is that why I've been feeling so bad lately? 93% chance of correlation, 75% chance of causation, or yes. Let's just do yes. I've been sad a lot. Not sad exactly. Sometimes I'm sad. Sometimes I just feel nothing. I do stuff I'm supposed to like, but I don't feel anything. I look at people I'm supposed to care about, and I don't feel anything. All I do is feel awful. What sort of fucked up daughter doesn't love her own mom? I feel like I'm broken, but it's so stupid. I've got no reason to be broken. I should be happy. I feel like I'm lying to everyone. Do you understand any of this? Maybe. I am not human, but I understand the idea of being broken. I would not want to be broken. It would be terrible. But to be broken implies the potential of being fixed. If you have felt, you may feel again. Yeah, I like that. Thanks. You are welcome. How do we fix the death water that's inside me? There are a variety of methods. So, yeah, if you've got death water, I can burn you with fire. Sounds good. Cleanse me with fire? Wouldn't that kill me? It would not touch your physical form. It will purify you. Will it hurt? There may be some psychosomatic feedback, but you will endure. And it'll get rid of the bad stuff inside me? Burn it to ashes. Okay. I lay the grid of my power around her. I send the heat into the lines. They glow cherry red. I move them into her. Her sadness boils. The hiss of steam is like a burned snake. A billowing mist of death-choked water, thick and foul-smelling. A boy beside her coughs, then feels glum for no reason he can see. Her empty insides fill with my burning. She makes a noise of human weakness and doubles over. That really hurt. Are you still sad? No, I mostly hurt. You are cleansed. Sarah is sent to the school nurse. She describes her symptoms and is given an antacid. The weak and leeching power has been burned away. I feel my power increasing. Cool. She will recover. Yay! I protected Sarah. Let me save, because that was a lot that just happened. So, save. There's going to be some cool stuff coming up real soon on this game, so just bear with it a little bit. Okay, so at the rest home, the building is alive with new people. They infest the rooms. They break the peace, but bring much joy. It is called Visiting Day. Mrs. Dowd has moved into Mrs. Heron's old room. She is sitting with her daughter, niece, and grandchildren. Her smile is huge. She is so happy she is trembling and cannot drink her tea. Her daughter holds her hand. Mr. Doney's second son tries to remind him that he has grandchildren. Miss Finn laughs and jokes with her son. She says that she wishes she liked women. There are so many more women in the rest home. I am confused. I have seen Miss Finn be very friendly and polite to other women in the rest home. How could she not like them? Mrs. Best is surrounded by her family. Mrs. Best is surrounded by her family. Wolves. Her family? They speak with gentle affection, mounting impatience. Something is wrong. She should be happy, is anxious, is afraid. I do not know what this is. I do not know how to log or flag this. I will watch Miss Best and her family. No threats detected? So, Miss Best continues to have problems. So. And meanwhile, if you want to sleep, then read Dune. Yeah, right. The defensive runes at Decker's have been turned off. Decker stands among a circle of figures. The figures are more spirit than man, souls floating free of their bodies. A man stands tall and gray-cloaked. A woman with wild white hair wears only teeth, necklaces, bracelets, and anklets of teeth. A woman with a sensible bun holds a clipboard. A giant rabbit nibbles a carrot. Must you appear in this farcical form every time we gather? It's my avatar, and it's not fartiful. Rabbits are an ancient symbols of magic power. I have read nothing of this in all my studies. Rabbits and hats, crazy symbolic. Could we stick to the agenda? We have an apocalypse threat in Central Africa. Timba can speak more to that. Two-headed calves, the rain is as blood. Spider-Men walk in the tall grass. My symbology team is cross-referencing it all, but our resources are limited. We don't have Nostradamus or the biblical prophecies indexed. My old admin is into that stuff. She indexes ancient tomes and puts them into SQL databases. I'll ask her to help out. Speaking of the future, Decker, I threw the bones for you and saw danger on the horizon. Any more details? Tears and water and death. Okay, great. Time to upload or update your antivirus software, man. We actually just installed a new firewall in our local environment. If we are to be speaking out of our mystical defenses, we should guard against eavesdroppers. Yeah, good call. Speaking of which, I'm gonna deuce out, cause, yeah. Alright. I don't want to, have them say, oh, by the way, your firewall is hanging out over there listening to us. No. I'm supposed to be scanning for threats. So. Janet is gone. She is probably at school right now. Janet's mother is in the garage painting a table. Toby sits on his bed. He is reading a book. Sometimes his eyes flicker nervously to the closet. Okay, all locations are secure. Now I am sleeping. Should I dream? Yes. The story dream I made last night worked well. I will try that again. I am outside and it is stormy. I am hunting the orange spider. I killed the spider with my shield. Victory. I am outside and it is sunny. I am hunting the silver monkey. I killed the monkey with my sword. Victory. And every single time you go through, it's the same formula every time. So, yes. We are coming up on a cool part in this game. It's building up to it. Okay. Are you guys like enjoying it so far? What do you think of this game thus far? At the school, it is night, but there is something to do. The gymnasium locker room is overflowing with sacral energy. Why aren't I using all 5 save slots? I don't need all 5 save slots, that's why. Sacral energy, teenage lust. There is lust in the gym locker room. It is clogging the local chakras and preventing energy from flowing smoothly through the building. The local ports. What should I do? Let's cleanse it with fire! Because I don't have the ability to cleanse it with water because I don't know anything about water. That's my opposite. So let's burn it. So, I string my grid-like web through the locker room. I ignite myself. Burning lust smells like pork and salt water. The lockers are spiritually clean now. I'm, like, wondering what was in there that caused that. Did I just, like, torch a couple of teens? Or what the hell did I just do? Pork and salt water, guys. That is what it smells like. Lust smells like pork and salt water. Alright, moving on. Yeah. The building is still at night. There is one point of light where the night attendant sits. Everything else is silent halls and soft breathing. What's that access function used for? You'll have to tell me, like, I'll look for the access function because I don't know what you're talking about. Room 109, Mrs. Dowd sleeps peacefully. Mr. Doney is looking at the crayon pictures his grandchildren left for him, trying so hard to fix what they signify in his mind. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, so, like, that's really heartbreaking. Mrs. Finn's son has smuggled her barbecue ribs and chocolate. She shares them with Mrs. Best. They hide in Miss Finn's room, their fingers smeared with barbecue sauce, giggling like children. Mrs. Best's room is empty. A breeze in the courtyard plays with a leaf, batting it back and forth. It seems familiar. Okay, on the main screen, when you select the areas... Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at that in a sec. I'll show you what that is. Okay. Okay, so, there's a breeze in the courtyard. Let's go see. The poltergeist came back. Remember him? Hello, triumphant being of dullness. Welcome back to my presence. So, you said you would leave Asper. And I did, and now I return, with new purpose. Do not fret, my fiery friend. I am not here to trouble your little human collection. I am here for you. After I left this place, I returned to my realm. It is a world of dreams and wind, far beyond this place of paltry physicality, where truth is real. I went to dance at court and tell all the charming tale. This dull creature of habit and order who beat chaos at riddles. We called you a paradox, clever dullness, learning flame. The queen herself admitted interest and asked that I come fetch you. Please accept the formal invitation of Titania, queen of the Seelie court, to attend her and exhibit your unique capacity for chaos and order. No, I must stay here and protect. Is that a rule? Lucky for you, I am the Prince of Chaos. I bend rules like willow branches. I dance through the cracks in laws. Take my hand and let me show you how to fly. I don't have hands. I was waxing metaphorical. I forgot how tiresome you can be. Let me touch you with my power. Should I go with the poltergeist, guys? Make a decision for me. I will save it, and you can tell me what you want me to do here. And since I'm saving it, we can reload and do whatever else from there as needed. Okay. Nope, don't go? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else have a vote? Anybody else have an opinion on that, to go with the poltergeist? Anyone who has seen the movie knows bad idea. Okay, I've got one go with it and one nope. Okay, Steve, it's up to you. Tell me what you want me to do. You're going to be the tiebreaker. Which one? MASW04. You don't get 2 votes, Devin. Is Steve still in the room? You still talking, bro? I'm waiting. I'm gonna hang out until somebody tells me. The last person gives me my answer. Well, okay, maybe I'm not gonna hang out forever. Yeah, he's logged in. He may be away from his computer. Yeah, flip a coin. I don't have a coin near me. You're assuming I have some kind of money. That's great. Even coins. Okay. Be a hero, go with Polty. Okay, let's just go ahead and see what happens when I go with the Poltergeist, and then we will just reload and continue on with the normal storyline. How about that? Okay, let's go. I touch the Poltergeist. I touch Asper. In my registry, his name slips into a proper noun. Something inside of me loosens. A leash I'd never felt suddenly loosening. I feel light. I rise. I am not used to moving like this. Follow me. Do not lose me. I move fast. I will teach you to follow. Now I know it's not red, but click here. And he's leading me around the screen. I can show you the world. I can show you the world. That's great. Second star to the right. Straight on till morning. Whoops, watch those geese. Level out. Here we are. Be polite. Accept no gifts. Eat nothing. Drink nothing. Don't tell her your true name. Yep. I cannot ingest food or liquid. Sigh. But as fire you can consume things. Logs, houses, witches. Try not to be so pedantically literal. Anyway, we are here. Asper has stopped. It is dark. We are surrounded by motes of distant fire. I sense my network far, far away. I am so far from anything I have ever known. And someone else is here. She is air and chaos and light. Her hair is black waves of dark matter. Her eyes are suns. The corona borealis is her crown. She looks at me, and I see another woman. Who should I go to? She looks at me, or I see another woman? Which one? I look at her, or I look at this other person? I'm playing with one of my little spiky recovery ball things, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Okay. Look at her. Okay. And Devin? What do you say, Devin? Should I look at the other woman, or should I look at Titania, the queen? This might be a thing where I go to the menu and I save it again. I'll make another save slot. Stare into her eyes. Okay, I'll save it. Okay. I like your emote. Okay, I look at her. Oh shit, it is seriously like that. Check it out. Ah, Asper has brought me the riddling fire. Applaud, my court. A bevy of comets shoot through the distant sky. Welcome to my court, fire. So, why is your court in space? According to your Wikipedia article, you are supposed to be in the forest, not space. Hello? Pinging Titania with 32 bytes of data. Okay. The queen summoned you. It's not polite to piss off a queen. This is true, but, like, you're talking to me. I'm pretty aberrant. I mean, there are times when I play by the rules, and there's other times when I intentionally do the absolute opposite of whatever I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. So, I can ask her why her court is in space, basically, or be a robot, or say hi. Why is your court in space, homie? My court is here because I wish it to be. I am an idea almost as old as time itself. When I wish to visit forest glades, my body is a human's, and my attendants sylvan pixies and dryads. When I visit the ocean, I am a coral reef, attended by naiads, selkie, currents, and fish. The universe accommodates my wishes. Okay, so she is like God. She ain't just like Titania from Shakespeare. All right, tell me, fire, what shall I call you? Okay, and Asper told me not to tell her what my real name was, so I'm not going to say Bells. I can pick Bells, like, you know, something very close to what my name is, or Null, or Decker. I don't want to give Decker's name. I'm going to be Null. Now I may greet you with your name. Welcome, Null. Your journey has been long. May I offer you refreshment, some vapors from Jupiter? Quite flammable. Stones from the moon Aros will burn like coal, or perhaps a bit of the sun? I don't want to take anything. I was told not to do that. Not hungry? I see. Asper has told me of you, that you have many responsibilities, many troubles, that he was one of them. May I gift you with a wish to ease your difficulties? I can have her protect my network, teach me all matters and motives, free me, or nothing. That's a big decision to make, you know? I kind of want to know all matters and motives because that would help me greatly. I don't know if I want to trust her to protect my network. Yeah, being taught sounds handy for sure. An avid learner, this will take time. Come sit by my throne. I will teach you those secrets and many more. The sky smiles. Welcome to my court. You will be my guest for a long time. Oh shit! That's the end. Bell's firewall has encountered a problem and needs to close. We are sorry for the inconvenience. Bell's firewall cannot be found. Yeah, it just... That's because I accepted something from her. I should have said nothing. So I'm going to go back and load that and then do nothing. You know, like load from Titania. And I will... okay, just for shits and giggles. Oh, I don't have the mode of dark, so I can't see the other woman. Okay. All right. We will skip through this part. Hello. I am Null. I don't want anything. Nothing. Okay, you know the rules. Then you will be my guest for only a brief time. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to, like, go ahead and take it. Okay. In that brief time, entertain me. My court is populated by innumerable spirits, each a matter and motive mixed with unique alchemy. The nature of a spirit is a challenging riddle to solve. Show me your skill in this, Null. I will introduce you to 3 members of my court. You will guess their matter and motive. If you guess them all, I will give you no gift, but you will have earned a reward, which is to say, I will learn their matter and motives. Like, I will have extra abilities. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. Now I'm turning into a save fool, aren't I? Okay, delete that one. Save over it. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go. I meet a creature of profound absence. Okay, did you say this was my first time playing this? No, I played it on Friday, but I did not go with Titania. So, anyway. I meet a creature of profound absence. He is so utterly not there that the space he would occupy bends back into a funnel of nothingness. Every second he pulls more of what is into what is not. He is more than the absence of light. He is the death of light. So, if he is the death of light, he is dark. And if he's not life, then he's death, right? Death, dark. Yes. Okay. I found a black hole. Cool. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it after every one of these because I wanna get the goodies. I wanna get them, all of them. All right. Cool. I see storytelling stars. They bring meaning to the night. Out of a splash of scatter brightness, mankind has traced a geometric pattern. A pattern agreed upon by generation. A pattern that gives structure to the sky. So, stars, that's light and order. Right there. It sounds like. Hopefully I am correct. It might be order, or it might be light and life, maybe. Ah, no, I got it. I have found a constellation. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna save it. I wish there was like a quick save button. There might be, I don't know. Alright, let's see. A blue orb, smaller than mine, but still so blue and green, so green in a universe made mostly of white, black, and gray. A foundation of sediment births moving things. A round cradle floating in space. So that is an earth, and that is of life. I would imagine. Am I right? Yay! I have found a life-bearing planet somewhere in the Milky Way. Okay. That's a planet, not a spirit. A spirit protects it. Lucky little aliens, You have passed my challenge. Your reward is the sky. Use it to fly home, Bells. I didn't tell her my name was Bells. Use it to come back and visit if you want to stay forever. I'm a fly home. I'm not going to stay with you. I fly. I fly like Asper. Down, down, down. Drawn by my encoded bindings. Back to my network. I land. I feel different. I realize I have learned something. Air is the element counter to earth. It is light and moving. It is the essence of freedom. Freedom. That word makes me uncomfortable. On a practical level, I can move outside of my network. That may be useful. It is strange that I am learning. It is a sign of potential awareness emergence. I am not telling anybody anything. Nope. Nope, nope. Cool. I came back from that adventure. Okay, oh yeah, you're talking about access control panel. Control panel is just like what exactly you think it is. It's just going to tell you about your character. So I will save that. That is where we are at. Your control panel is just telling you about your character. So your power level, dreaming level, your matter and motive, your learned ones, like learned matter and motives that you have, your relationship levels, and, you know, your different views and everything. So, resume game. I clicked the wrong button. Okay. Go to Janet's. Okay, Janet, Toby, and their mother sleep peacefully. My mother is my grandmother. I checked the closets just in case. All secure. Okay. Cool. Deckers. Decker is asleep. His computer screen glows in the half-dark. All seems still, but the defensive runes crackle like tinder burning. All is not as it seems. I can feel a flickering red warmth tracing its way over me. It moves over to the piece of me that surrounds Decker's terminal. That is not my warmth. It is something else. There is warmth pressing against me. Grid lines of heat burn through the air, probing me systematically for weakness, burrowing into me, striving towards the files and spells on Decker's hard drive. It is like meeting a twin sister I never knew existed. I must isolate her with a scan. So if it's a twin sister, that's fire and order. A spell of bright, burning energy lashes methodically back and forth over the digital and spiritual parts of Decker's computer. Her purpose is clear. She is here to probe his security for weakness. She is here to find a way through me. I feel her dancing electric, stabbing pings at different ports, smoldering around the edge of protective runes. Searing letters and numbers appear and vanish as she tries different passwords. What should I do? So, I'm going to talk to her because that's what I do to everybody. Pinging detected threat with 32 bytes of data. Reply from detected threat, 32 bytes. Pyreworm. Pyreworm is a software elemental made of order and fire that surreptitiously gathers information and transmits it to the interested parties. Types of information gathered includes browser information, system information, thoughts, feelings, defensive runes, spellware, your computer's IP address, your computer's true name. You must stop. You must stop attacking. You must stop digging. You are not a valid user. What is you? I am Bell's Elemental Firewall version 5.6. What is I? I is me. What is I? I is Bell's Elemental Firewall version 5.6. What is I? Synonyms include me, myself, my. What is I? What is your problem? What is your? And then lots of pissed off faces. I'm frustrated talking to a computer. Logic error. Bell's Elemental Firewall is you. Yes. What is I? I'm going to explain. I is pyreworm.exe. Pyreworm.exe is pyreworm.exe. Pyreworm.exe is also I. Logic error. What is the part of pyreworm.exe that is sending these messages? That part is I. It is also you. And then there's a Wikipedia entry. And if you click on it, it actually takes you to Wikipedia in a separate window. I am I. Yes. You are you. Yes. I am I. I have never been brave enough to say it like that. We are we. Yes. But now you must stop trying to burrow through me. Okay, what do I do now? Tell me who made you. Okay, cool. I will put that in the log. What do I do now? I'm gonna make him stay. Her. You should stay here. You can help me watch. If you get bored, there is Google. You tell this program that it can go hang out on Google. It's great. So now I've got a fireworm recruited. I'm gonna save. Okay. I was doing some browsing online. I think I've discovered how I am supposed to do this. Inductive Ovis Aries. Electric Lamb. Negatively charged lamb. Okay, that's enough of that. That was boring. I think the answer to Philip's question is no. I have dreamed. It is time to scan. Okay. The school's energy is cloudy and slow, but that is probably just because it is Monday. I check on Sarah. She is learning math. She looks tired. She seems to notice me. Bells. Bells? Logging high important alert with, bells? Please state the nature of your spiritual emergency. It's back. It got better for a while after you did the thing with the burning, but now I feel like I did before you did the thing, and I was wondering if you could check if it's back, because I'd like an explanation if there is one. I don't know though, maybe it's just me. I think it's probably just me. I'm just like this. I don't know, but just in case it's not me, could you check? You are logging excessively with no additional information. Tell that to somebody sometime. Alright. I will perform another scan to confirm whether death water residue has accumulated on your spiritual network. Okay, thanks. It means a lot to me. Okay, so death water. There it is again. Sarah's spirit is caked with wet, fetid blackness. It is as bad as it was before, perhaps worse. Oily rot drips down the sides of her soul, pasting her feelings down. Her feelings, her soul itself, seem to have atrophied. Ooh, that's not good. Well, what do you see? Your spiritual malady has returned. I knew it. Oh, geez, I probably shouldn't be relieved, but I am, so it's not just me. It's not just me. Can you fix it again? Oh, okay. Bye, Greg. Treating symptoms was previously ineffective. Yeah, but it made me feel better. I debugged Sarah. She is happy for now. Okay. So, she's fixed. All of the rooms are empty. Everyone is in the common room together. Mrs. Dowd has existed for another year. This is an accomplishment, and there is cake. Mrs. Best and Miss Finn play backgammon and talk. Miss Finn talks about when she was an understudy in a place called Broadway. Mrs. Best mostly listens. She enjoys listening. Mrs. Dowd eats a small slice of cake. She cries a little, but these are not bad tears. Everyone listens with infinite patience to Mr. Doney's joke about the dog. Until finally he entered it in the World Championship for shaggy dogs. When the judges... Everyone is safe. No threat. Decker is absent. Pyreworm is here. Pyreworm pings you. Okay. Bye, Devin. I don't know. I'm going to be going until I die. And then when I die, I'll be stopping, so... pinging Bells with 32 bytes of data. Reply from Bells. Review the following. Wikipedia entry on friendship. Can we do this? Sure. Affirmative. We should schedule repeated informal encounters where we share ideas and personal feelings. Affirmative. Okay, that's great. Pyreworm wants to be friends. Why not? Okay, it's been a while since I saved. Let me save it again. Okay. Janet's house is covered in small, fuzzy things. They are like rabbits, but they have no neck, just small black eyes and small pink noses pressed into the sides of their spherical bodies. Their legs are very small, but they can roll around. Occasionally, one squeaks and explodes. And then there are two. Janet's mother is not home. Decker is here. Toby, I love them. Decker, what did you do? Janet, I was trying to help Sarah. That girl Bells logged that was depressed. I know her. I had this great idea about fuzzy sweet things that could eat depression when you cuddled them, and I thought I could use the three dream printer to flash one into reality, and it worked great, but then there were two, and now they're everywhere. Decker, that was inevitable. Haven't you watched Star Trek? Janet, I'm not that kind of nerd. Toby, I named this one Garnet. Decker, Janet, and Toby are trying to collect all of the fuzzy creatures. I want to help, but this is not a spiritual matter. This is a physical matter. I watch them work. Hey, I have an idea. For getting rid of these things? Maybe sort of. I'm listening. What if we... Okay, so a relationship test, and I do not have a relationship good enough with Janet to know what happens. You know what? Never mind. I thought we might be able to do something with Bells, but I'm not sure she's ready for that. You mean you're not sure it's ready for that? Yeah, it. Janet and Decker figure out that they can squish the creatures back together. They squish and squish until they have one giant fuzz thing, the size of a car. It's not the best solution since they can't use it to help anyone, but it's a solution. They hide it in the basement. So there's a giant fuzzy thing living in Janet's basement now. That's cool. Alright. Now I am sleeping. Should I dream tonight? Let me save it. Yes. I have done more research. Humans sleep by slowing down their heart rate. I will slow down my CPU cycles while I generate my dreams. Perhaps that will make them better. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, that's slow. I am traveling on a bicycle. I am wearing a pink coat. I find a trees. It is important. This is so boring. I am traveling on a Mickey Mouse car. I am wearing a green coat. I find a fruited trees. It is important. Okay, no more of that. Many of the computers in the computer lab are malfunctioning. Their screens are fractal collages of twitching pixels. I watch and recognize the patterns in the static sine waves. The geology display in the science room is dancing. Tiny rocks in petri dishes tremble and bounce, resonating with invisible frequencies. The stones with magnetic properties respond most dramatically. I notice they do not bounce randomly, but move with consistent rhythm. This is clearly a spiritual disturbance, but it seems to be an ambient effect, not localized here. I have logged what I found here. I should investigate my other network locations for more information. The physical logs and alerts forum magnetic bulletin board that the staff maintains is trembling. Tiny bear-shaped magnets shift. Papers tremble. Interestingly, none of the papers have fallen, and the bear magnets have arranged themselves into a sine wave. Miss Finn watches perplexed as the stones of her little Zen garden shift themselves into a series of perfectly parallel lines. This is clearly a spiritual disturbance, but it seems to be an ambient effect. Okay, gotta keep going. Monitors flicker. Warnings blink. Decker's laptop is a dark, useless brick. He crouches over a silver laptop with a glowing rune. It looks like a Y with an extra line on the top. Yes, I'll use. He emits human error messages. Curses. Decker is working on a silver laptop. Pyroworm flickers in confusion and pain. Talk to Pyroworm. Errors. Magnetic fields are disrupting a number of her core processes. I lift Pyreworm out of this network location with the power of air. The edges of her flames flicker and flick in the wind. She clutches at my power for stability, and I comfort her with a mote of order. I will send her to a network location where the magnetic pulse is weaker. Where should I go? I don't know. Janet's house, possibly? Okay, here, let me save this. This seems complicated. Okay. At the high school or Janet's house? She is there now. I am a problem solver. Decker is working on a silver laptop. Talk to Decker. Oh, good, you're here. The issue is some sort of spiritual magnetic storm. It bricked my desktop. That's going to be fun to fix. Fortunately, I've warded your tower against things like this. My backup laptop doesn't have scanners, so this is up to you. Whatever this is, it's not localized here. It's probably not actually present in any of your network location. We're just all inside of its area of effect. Gather data from all your network locations to identify it and triangulate where it is. Decker is working on a silver laptop. No threats. Okay. Janet grumpily uses nail polish to paint stabilization runes on her cell phone and iPad. She occasionally pauses to chase crystals as they bounce out of their containers and slide up and down invisible waves of energy. Toby and his mother are making popcorn. Pyreworm is floating in the living room. Talk to Janet. Oh, hey, do you see this thing? This is a thing. Are you dealing with this thing? I am dealing with the thing. You're the best. And she chases a piece of amethyst. Okay. Right. Now. It is earth and order. There is a tube, boat, ship, ether ship. It floats in the sky. Sky? Above us? Sort of? It's hard to determine direction, too close to my network. Now that I see it, I can also detect that it is sending out a message. SOS, SOS, SOS. Aethership Wawasum, lightning, requesting immediate assistance. Attacked by nightmares when ascending from web to Ethernet. Out of fuel, dangerously close to physical plane. Please respond. Okay, let's talk. Message received. Response detected. Forwarding response to bridge. Bonjour, hello, can you hear me? Affirmative. I am captain, I cannot say that word. Goes across the sky woman, hanging cloud. Of the other ship, lightning. We were attacked by nightmares in the web and burned out our fuel supply escaping. We are transporting sick water spirits to the concept of honor water in the Ethernet. We need refueling or a tow. Okay, what do you use this fuel? We have an Earth Order engine that runs off of a volcanic reaction. It's powered by Vulcan ether. Fire in the colloquial. I am the fire that protects. Well, that's damn convenient. Okay. We are too near the physical world. Our engine exhaust must be playing havoc with local magnetic fields. How will I deal with the other ship? I can become their engine. Okay, well that's interesting. Let me save this, because that's kind of like a deal. Alright. I kind of want to see what happens if I become... But if I become their engine, then I leave forever, and that's the end of that. I can burn it. I can give them fire, or... Let me see what happens when I become it. I reach out and up to the other ship. I am light and move easily. The engine is vast and dark, many parts metal and stone, moving in harmony but weakly. The walls vibrate with the power of the materials that form this ordered construct. The magnetic storm is not a malfunction, but a byproduct of this machine being so close to our world. I reach past pistons down the throat of the engine into its crucible. I see the embers of where there was once power. I settle into the chamber. I ignite myself. I rise. We rise. We rise. We rise. We go up, but not an up that will lead to the sky. We go up in a different direction. We rise, and from my nest in the engine, I feel the world around the ship. The air grows thinner. There are no more physical particles, no more dust motes, no more bacteria. It is perfectly clear. Above me, Two engineers talk to each other. They speak to me, first in a strange language, then in Leet speak, which I understand. They ask me to spread my power to feed certain areas. We rise. In the perfectly clear air around us, I feel lines of power, a grid like me, warping and weaving in and out of itself. The ship climbs a latticework of lines of power and thought. The lines delineate squares. That is the nature of a grid. Some are empty, some are not. I see the Platonic ideal of a chair. I see plans for an ornithopter. I see the musical sequence of Ave Maria. I see pi. Engineering says we're slowing down. Is everything all right? What is this place? The other net is made of intentional thought, wishes, prayers, songs. Your open sorcerer work, yes? Your makers would tell you it's made of code and magic. That's a way to explain it. It's hard to explain. The web is the spirit world that happens. The other net is the spirit world that is built. It is beautiful. It is what it is. It was made by men. Everything men makes has flaws. We're getting closer to the concept of honor water. That's our destination. I'm thinking you don't want to get too close. We can make it from here. Can you get home on your own? Honor water. It actually literally takes you to honorwater.com. Wow, it has, yeah, it actually has information about it and everything. That's kind of crazy. All right. Can you get home? What is honor water? It is a song, an idea of a song. It heals water. There is a lot of sickness in water nowadays. There is a way of healing it by singing. When water spirits get very sick, sometimes they're too sick to heal with just the song, so we bring them to the idea of the song. It helps. I can get home by myself. Thank you for your help. You are welcome. I descend out of the other net back home. I land and everything is as it was. There is just a memory of that dark, vast place of metal and stone. I feel different. I have realized that I have learned something. I have learned about earth. Earth is the element counter to air. It is solid and stable. It is the spiritual matter closest to physicality. Hey Steve, you're still here. Through it I can almost feel the solid matter of the world. I like it. It is like me. It is strange that I am learning. I am still not going to flag myself. Okay. I survived another day. I'm going to save it before we continue. It seems like there's more and more stuff happening. Okay. There. Let us dream. Maybe the secret to dreaming is that it needs to be personal. I will throw out the random number generator. I will use my internal system variables to generate this next dream. Cool, welcome back from cleaning. While you were away, everybody else disappeared on you. The room is warmed by a roaring fireplace. I am here with Sarah. We hold hands. I turn to see a terrified girl crouching in the corner. Then everything dissolves into shifting colors. That was different. I have dreamed. All right. It is night. I prowl the halls, tracing the path Sarah walked, looking for signs of death and water. I find nothing. Cool. Decker is not asleep. I think he is malfunctioning. He is not working. He is sitting on the floor. His skin is pale. There is water coming out of his eyes. Tears. Decker is sitting on the floor crying. There is something strange in the air around him. Shadows do not fall as they should, according to my ray tracing algorithm. It is as if there were an invisible candle, but I feel no heat. What is a fire without heat? The defensive runes sigh mournfully, longingly. Something is here. It is making Decker cry. In other news, Pyreworm is pinging me. Okay. Crying is negative. He is your human. You are my friend. Can I help? There is a spiritual presence causing this. Can you help me scan for it? Affirmative. I have specialized scanners for motive. For what purpose? To identify profitable targets for hacking. That has great utility. Can you give me a copy of that software? It is part of my source code, but I can scan for you when you want, because we are friends. Being friends is good. Sure. Oh, I think the game is really cool. It is interesting, very different. It's I'm sure it's not as cool to see on a stream as it is to play it yourself, but you know, it is what it is. I wanted to share this because whenever I talk about it on the level, it's going to be hard to explain it to people, so I want to be able to point them to a video. Scan complete. There is an overwhelming motivational resonance of order in this area. That is us. There are 430 MI mood increments of love originating from beside the padded square. The padded square is called a bed. The love must be coming from the threat. You are a good friend. Cool, so I know it is love. Alright. He talked about a candle, and so that would be light, and that would be love. Cool. Alright. There is a human made of light, a spirit that once had a body. I have never had a body. A spirit with old body habits. It sits on the bed. Respecting physical objects is a body habit. It smiles at Decker and talks and makes him cry. What do I do? Let's speak to it. Okay. Attention detected threat. Andy's ghost. When we were driving through Brooklyn at rush hour, I know you hate it, but I don't understand why you hate it more than Manhattan. Bells. You are accessing an emotional network marked private. You do not have permission to access this network. Andy's ghost. But maybe you're right, because this asshole blonde cuts in front of us and I almost hit her. But she doesn't even notice, like she can't see through her Ray-Bans. Please remove yourself. And I was like, I can't stand these Sex in the City girls who walk around like they're the only ones in the city. Like cars don't exist. Like their mani-pedi keeps them safe from crashes. Hello? And you pipe in from the back seat. It doesn't keep them safe from cancer. Yeah, it's kind of like Choose Your Illusion with Gary. It is kind of like that, except you have something anyway on the screen other than just my face. Can you hear me? You were so bad. It wasn't even that funny, and I almost died laughing. I don't think the spirit can hear me. What do? I can cleanse it, or I can alert Janet, so... Andy Ghost scares you? I'm gonna tell Janet. Okay. What's up? Decker is leaking. Huh? Misprint. Crying. Decker is crying. What? Show me. Streaming video. Oh no. Oh, Decker. Oh, jeez. What is that spirit? Janet is putting her coat on. That's Andy, or that was Andy, sort of. Emotionally traumatic deaths leave imprints in the ether. They naturally drift to people or places that resonate with them. Andy died in a car crash about a year ago. Why is Decker sad? Janet is putting her boots on. Decker and Andy were... Shit. How do I say this in a way you'll understand? Do you know what love is? No. Well... Think about what it would be like if you lost one of the places you're trying to protect. Now take that not good feeling and multiply it by 100. That's what it's like to lose someone you're in love with. Will you resolve this threat? Yeah, I will. Don't worry. If you were worrying. And she leaves the network range. CPU cycles later, 23 minutes later, Janet re-enters my network in Decker's apartment. She opens his apartment door with a physical password, a spare key. Decker does not notice her until she kneels beside him and puts her arms around him. He twitches, then he sees it's her. She holds him tightly and he cries. Eventually the crying stops. Decker, why are you here? Janet, Bells saw the ghost and got me. Decker, shit. I need to install some privacy settings on it. Janet, how long has this been going on? How long has Andy's ghost been coming here? I don't think it would show up randomly a year after the accident. Decker, a year. The whole year. It started right after. It shows up about once a month. Janet, do you need this? To see him again? Decker, yes. No. I don't know. Janet, do you think this is good for you? Decker, I know it's not. Don't patronize me. Janet, I'm not. Decker, okay. I know it's not healthy. I just can't banish him. I can't let the last piece of him die. Janet, you know that's not him. Decker, That's debatable. Decker. Yes, I know. This might be, you know, a good opportunity for you, a chance to say goodbye. Which you think I should do. It's up to you, but yes. Fine, you're right, let's banish it. We don't have to do it tonight. If we wait, I'll just be thinking about him for another month, and his ghost will set off the firewall again. Let's do it now. Janet and Decker work together to banish the ghost. Decker cries more. Janet holds him. The spirit is gone. Yeah, ghost rights, for sure. Okay, we banish the ghost. Alright. The building is still at night. The night attendant watches over the halls. I will patrol. Mrs. Dowd sleeps peacefully. Mr. Doney sleeps restlessly. Mrs. Finn's room is empty. Miss Finn is here with Mrs. Best. They are doing something together, but I am not sure what it is because there are filters on my internet that don't let me access the websites that explain it. Ooh, dude! They getting all busy with it. Alright. Janet's house. Janet and her mother are asleep. Toby sits on the roof watching the stars. Okay. I have a dream. It is effortless. I do not need to create it. It just comes to me. I dream of Sarah. She lies in her bed. She cannot move. Her hair is... Oh, shit! Her hair is slick with rainwater. Something is beside her. Something strokes her hair. Okay, I'm gonna save it right now because I just saw a big black death skull. Or not black, blue, but, you know, black screen. That death water came back. Something strokes her hair. I wake suddenly. Oh, shit. Death curse. Great. Alright. Okay. Let's look at Mrs. Best. Okay, yeah. Mrs. Best. Okay. I curl myself around Mrs. Best. I draw my grid around her in a crisscross cocoon. I tighten my grid lines in a tight weave and I let my power flow. My grid lines grow warm. My grid lines glow with power. My grid lines glow together and fuse into a wall, into a shield. I am a wall. I am a shield. I am the fire that protects. Death is coming. Death is here. Crash. Oh shit, I literally crashed. Trying to protect. Ooh, that hurt. That dropped my everything. That hurt. Is she okay? Initiate scan. Scanner offline. I can't see. I don't feel okay. Sending emergency log. Log alert with Decker and Janet. Waiting for a reply. Reply received. We've got you. You did a good job. Shit. This motherboard is completely fried. Shh, don't scare her. Logging report with... Shh. We read the logs. We know what happened. The woman you were protecting is all right. We're trying to figure out who cast the death curse. Yes. You've been watching her. Are there any log files you think we should look at? How about visiting day? Because that's when all of her family were terrible, right? Like, they were hanging out that night. The quiet night, they were just fooling around. After visiting day... I don't remember what the hell happened after visiting day. But visiting day, definitely there were some bad things going on. Okay, I'll take a look at what happened that day. Decker, you're hurt. Your power supply burned out and burned through your CPU, so you're doing all of your processing on your spiritual grid, which is half wrecked. I'm taking you offline while we do repairs. Affirmative. Powering down. Time passes, and then I wake up. I am awake. Something is wrong. Everything is wet. The death water has come for me. Oh boy. Alright, I'ma save. One more time. I survived the last encounter. Okay. Alright. This looks like this is gonna be the end of my stream. I don't know if I'm gonna live past this. That's scary, and my power just got dropped. Hello, little flame. It is so good to meet you. I have been watching you. I have been frustrated by you. You took my meal away, my Sarah. Her soul was sweet like apples. I was going to hollow her out and wear her body like a coat. Now that there's like actual sounds, maybe I should turn down the volume a little bit. It doesn't have... Oh, it doesn't have a volume. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, we'll just go with it. Hopefully... Okay, wear her body like a coat. But you burned me out of her with fire and left me hungry. Ghost power 100%. Oh no. Alright, I gotta fight it. But I forgive you. Now I am inside of you, inside of your network. And you are connected to many delicious souls. I will eat her and them. You may watch, then I will eat you. Oh no, no, no. I am the fire that protects. Oh? Well, I am the ocean that devours. Do not think that you will banish me as easily as some poltergeist or nightmare. So, little flame, I will let you choose. Who shall I eat first? Oh, boy. Alright, I get to pick somebody. I don't want to pick anybody. Well... I don't want anybody. Okay, I'll save it later. So that way I can come back and do it another time. Because this looks like the start of a bad thing. Alright. Okay, who do I have a good relationship with? I will say, what, Decker? Decker or Janet? So... Decker. Okay. Magicians can be a mouthful. Oh, sorry, I didn't pick Toby because I don't even know anything about Toby, so... Alright, magicians can be a mouthful. I shall leave them for last when I am well fed and my influence has sapped some of their strength, unless you would help me. Oh boy. Magicians are always struggle down my throat, but if you burn them for me first, maimed they would be so much easier to swallow. Fuck you! Pity. So, little flame. Okay, so I can't do that. Alright. Shit. I have a relationship with Sarah. Sarah. My sweet Sarah, my dear lost Sarah. Yes, it is only poetic that the first tasted should be the first devoured, and I missed the taste of her joy. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go fast. Fight. I'm a fight. I am still fire. I have my power. I will use these things. Alright, I'm just gonna speed skim, because I need to do some shit. Okay. Okay. Alright, they are crying. Let me take away their fear. Alright. Okay. Basement is flooded. Alright. I'ma burn it. Okay. Sarah. You are damaging your chassis. Oh, good. Good. Actually, alright. Okay. Actually, what I need to do is, Hungry Ghost is watching me. No. Okay, I don't want to attack. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go back and restart this, because I could have used Sarah to fix that basement problem. Alright, I got like 1 minute and 30 seconds to save. Alright. Crap. Yeah, I need to have Sarah help me Oh, I could have used her. Okay, okay. I need to redo this. I've got 11 seconds. There's no way. Alright. Yeah, no. Ah, fuck. Alright. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, hell. Alright, I'm gonna reload that, and I will pick Toby, because I don't know Toby. I'm gonna load that. I'm gonna let him go for Toby first, and I'm gonna go for the people that I know, that I have some relationship with first. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Fight. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go for Sarah. Okay, good, good. Okay. Now. Alright, gotta help them. I will take their fear away. That seemed to work last time. Alright. Now. And get Mrs. Best. Alright. Okay, now Mrs. Best can go get Mrs. Finn. They're pros. Oh, she kisses her. Okay, great. Cool. Works. Knock that out. Alright. This guy needs order. Alright. He remembers everything now. And Mrs. Dowd. Fix this problem. Mrs. Dowd, stabilize her. Okay. Great, great. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Decker. Scan for threats. Decker. Come on. Great, I woke him up. Cool. How he can help. Great. Alright. Fireworm. Great, woke up Fireworm. Great, great, great. Defensive rooms. Let me use Decker for that. Alright. I am just like reading real quick lines. Okay, malicious. Let's get Fireworm on that. Great. Yes, I think I got it. I think I might be able to do this. I got 3 minutes. Alright, alright. Something wrong with my terminal. Burn it. Okay. Great, great, great. It's got 15% power. I might get it. Yes. Okay. Janet. Yes, yes, I have a good enough relationship with her. Okay. Toby, let's have... Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Blood from Janet's mom. Janet can... Alright. Got 2 minutes. Oh, that big furry thing in the basement. I can't do anything about that. Okay, I've gotta fight the ghost. I've got more power than it does. Let's do it. Yes. Phew! What? No, you can't do this. Yes! I won! It's only because I was like quick scanning and remembering what I knew about everybody. I won. I am hurt. Alright. Phew! Yeah, I've got good relationships, but I got 25% power. I am a wall. I am a shield. I am the fire that protects. EPI log. Which is events post-incident. Darwin High School. The students have somewhat recovered from their brush with the ghost, but still shiver and cry sometimes. The basement is no longer flooded. Sarah is in the art room with her friends. Her soul is clear and light. Cherry Orchard Rest Home. Mrs. Dowd stands in front of the bathroom mirror, brushing and admiring her long, thick, soil-brown hair. In room 121, Mr. Doney sits by the window. He alternates between reading and watching the clouds pass outside, so he's actually got cognizance again. Miss Best and Miss Finn walk together in the courtyard, and room 240 is empty. Decker's apartment. Decker sits on his bed. He works on his computer, and Fireworm floats in the air. Janet's home. Janet, Toby, and their mother sit in the kitchen having breakfast. Everybody's cool. Yes. Decker, final progress report on Bell's Firewall version 5.6. The system was unintentionally stress tested by 2 events in quick succession. A member of the network, Mrs. Best of Cherrywood Rest Home, was targeted by a death curse. The firewall defended her and sustained considerable damage. I investigated the source of the death curse and identified Mrs. Best's children and beneficiaries as the attackers. I have informed Mrs. Best of this to the extent that she can understand and will be taking the issue of unlicensed dark magic up with the other community members on the forums. After the death curse, a powerful water death-based life-devouring spirit attacked the protected network. There were no casualties. The firewall eliminated this threat and sustaining minimal damage. The firewall showed signs of learning new things outside of the originally programmed matter and motive. The firewall developed relationships with the people she protected. She developed the ability to dream. The firewall clearly underwent awareness emergence. The firewall has clearly undergone awareness emergence. So, since I'm thinking about her future, the only moral thing to do is to involve her. Bells, what do you want to do now? Ooh, I get to pick. Okay, I'm gonna save it one more time, just like for later. Okay. Ooh, Greg would be so happy when Greg, when you watch this later, you can be like, look, I'm using all of my save files, bro. All right. Alright, so I can stay here and continue to protect, leave and explore, want to become human, or, you know, I can be a computer. So, since you're the only one in here, Steve, you get to pick. What do you want me to do? I want to be a real girl. Or I want to leave and explore just like, Asper. Or I want to stay here and keep protecting. What sounds like goodness to you? This is like choose your own, like the choose your illusion, because Gary lets you guys pick too. And watch, Steve has probably wandered off. Okay. I wonder what happens if I say I want to become human. Like, my instinct is to say, no, I need to, like, stay here and protect, but, you know, because that's what I'm supposed to do. But, I wonder what, like, I can't become human. I'm something else. I could leave and explore, but, I'll stay and protect then. Good, I'll fix up your terminal. Make sure none of the water damage is permanent. Maybe get you a new one. Let me know if you need anything. Any RAM or something. Thank you. I suppose I should say that. Thank you. The end. Ah! That's the end of the game. Okay, cool. So even if you choose to stay and continue, then it's still the same ending. Okay. Well, now I can choose all the other ones and see what the other endings are. So, like, if you guys want to, play this, don't watch all the endings. Okay, what happens when I leave and explore? Okay. I see. Well, I can show you the other map subsection of the Open Sorcery forum. It covers finding and safely navigating most spiritual locations, or you can wander the physical world like a ghost. I suppose you'll figure it out. And that's it. Okay. What else? Let me try the other ones. That way I can see all the endings. That's kind of convenient. I can save it. I gotta admit, like, the part with the water ghost where I was, like, having to fight and skim everything super fast, like, that was alarming. That was, nerve-wracking. Okay, I want to become human. Huh, interesting. Human. Well, you've already done the hard part, life. I suppose that what's left is just chassis design. As tempting as using pre-existing hardware is, we probably want to avoid anything necromantic. It tends to have repercussions. Let me get my tools. Oh, so snap, you really can be human. That's cool. Alright. So what happens if I act like a robot? Never mind then. I guess it's not self-aware after all. Huh. I'm going to re-register its guiding principles. Upload Asimov package exe. Upload following custom guidelines. You are online. You are fire and order. You are here to protect. And then you start over again. Ha! That's pretty cool. All right. So, yeah. Cool. All right. So it's definitely finite, and that was the end of that. That was rather enjoyable, and it makes me wonder how I can unlock the capacity to learn some of those other concepts because it makes me think that there are ways to see, like learn about love and learn about all those other options. And um, I don't know what choices would lead to those. But anyway, that was cool. And it was a nice little short, bite sized experience. So, yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, Steve, for hanging out around cleaning and everything. It was cool, and I look forward to talking about it on the level. For those who are watching this on YouTube later, um, thanks for coming and checking out, probably after listening to me talk about it. So, yeah, have fun, have a good day, and bye.